Tory Lanez released Peterson, his latest album. Over the course of 3 weeks, he taped the project from prison, discussing his legal battle and other topics. Welcome back, it's your host Nancy Brown. If you are new here, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. As expected, he also targets Megan Thee Stallion, whom he was found guilty of shooting in 2020. He utilizes an AI-generated video of Donald Trump demanding his release on My Shayla. They made him the poster child for unprotecting a black woman, the fake U.S. president says. But the irony of it is, he protected 2 black women that night, one from going to jail and one from getting shot. I think it's time you let that boy back outside. Later, Lanez mentions Meg's lawsuit against Milagro Grams, a gossip blogger, accusing him of churning out falsehoods regarding the shooting case. The Hiss rapper's team claimed to have evidence in December that he paid Grams to disparage her online. Rock Nation coming from Milagro, Lanez says, "If I was petty I would countersue, because I got evidence." Naturally, Meg's admirers are not pleased with this situation and have responded quickly. They claim that even while incarcerated, he harassed the femc. After an emotional testimony, she was given a restraining order against Lanez in January. But Meg is by no means the only person Lanez criticizes on his latest album. He also criticizes Sean Hawley, his previous lawyer, who resigned just before his trial. He has accused Hawley of acting in Rock Nation's best interests throughout his trial and has filed legal charges against her. He keeps spreading this story in his songs. For good measure, Tory Lanez also makes fun of Megan Thee Stallion. "All the information I give her is at Rock. Y'all had my lawyer in y'all pocket, she's circling T's," he spits. "And that's why Megan always talked like jail was certain for me. It's cause y'all paid for them 10 years, let's keep it honest." Tory Lanez thinks Rock Nation, Megan's record company, sent Sean Hawley to ensure he lost the criminal trial. As a result, the rapper continues to criticize the lawyer in verdict day. "Pinocchio contracts in the back, they was all severed. Sean Hawley, that's a name I would call special," he raps. "Only a special person could rep you and wanna dead you. Go to your DNA expert and say don't test you." Tory Lanez makes reference to a number of legal issues that have surfaced in recent months, including claims that he paid a blogger to disseminate false material about Megan Thee Stallion on the internet. He clearly harbors a great deal of resentment. The rapper, however, repeatedly attacks Hawley and Rock Nation specifically. "She was in bed with my opposition like wedding vows," he raps. "Started seeing fuckery from bail amounts. The ones who pay her are trying to sue me over Zelle accounts. Sat up in that cell and spoke to Raina for hours on end."
90% contributor on this gun is a male. And the rest of the percentages of this gun are 2 females and another male. None of those 4 people are my DNA.
Last week, he managed to call into the Full Send podcast despite his incarceration. He gave his fans information about his sentence, new music, and other things.
So I am 100% excluded, not inconclusive like they said when I was in trial. I'm 100% excluded from this gun when it comes to DNA.
Using accusations regarding the suspected gun, the performer even discussed his case and defended himself.
My fingerprints are 100% excluded from the magazine, from the gun, from the bullets, from anything that has to do with this gun,
he alleged. Lanez went on, also criticizing the judge overseeing the case. But this is by no means all that Lanez covered in the episode. Additionally, he disclosed that a new record is in the works. The artist claims that it will not let them down when it arrives in a few days. "The album is coming March 7th, he began. I'ma make sure it's finished by that time. I just needed the reassurance from my umbrellas that they felt how I felt about the situation. Like, y'all know I'm more than capable, even though this is a very crazy task that has never, ever been done. You have to think about everybody who's done music from prison or who's done music from jail," he continued. "Usually, it's like this. Over the phone, ST sounding, like, yo, this sucks. That's not what I'm doing here." During the conversation, Lanez also gave Drake a lot of credit for his perseverance in the face of widespread hostility.
"Millionaire, I ain't stopping at no light."
Even though he is now serving a 10-year prison sentence, the rapper has been adding songs to his repertoire. Since being imprisoned, he has recorded a number of EPs and features and frequently interacts with followers on social media.
"My head has always been held high, man, and I want y'all to know I'm in great spirits."
However, this latest declaration might be his most significant to date. Tory Lanez's plans to record and release a full-length album in 2025 were detailed in a phone conversation that was posted to Instagram on Thursday.
Party Next Door showed his best work of 2025. Fucking Drake showed his best work in 2025. The Weeknd showed his best work in 2025. And now, nigga, it's time for me to come out, nigga.
The rapper went on to discuss the inspiration for the album and a few of the musicians who have influenced him. According to Tory Lanez, he will spend 3 weeks recording the album.
I think you're more so worried about me telling you that I want to drop with the rest of the city and I want to drop within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
The suggestion is that he hasn't begun yet, However, considering the recent release of the albums that prompted this statement, it makes sense. As examples, Lanez cites fellow Canadian superstars like Drake, Party Next Door, and The Weeknd. In the first 2 months of 2025, all three musicians released albums, and Tory Lanez believes it is his moment to represent his nation.
The writers, the producers, the every single thing. I'm in a cell. And if I record this album with my hands tied behind my back because I'm in prison, because of everything you're saying, nigga, am I not hailed the greatest nigga after that?
Lanez seems to see himself on par with PND, Abel, and Aubrey. For the singles Leaning and Best Friends, Lanez has worked with Party Next Door and The Weeknd, respectively. He has, however, expressed openly that he would like to work with them more frequently. In 2022, Lanez informed Twitter users that he had been attempting to get a Drake and Second Weeknd feature on a regular basis over the years. No success. Been sending them songs for years but not a single one, he wrote. He tacked on a few laughing emojis, suggesting no hard feelings. In particular, Tory Lanez and Drake's connection has gotten better in recent years. Through social media, the latter has expressed their love for the artist. In a Christmas stream with Adin Ross, he even demanded that Lanez be released from prison.